Hi, Paul from Power Wash Store here. We're going to take a quick walk around with the Joseph Knight unit out of Louisiana. We'll start over here. We have a Steel Eagle hose reel that has 200 feet of 2-inch vacuum hose on it. We have our RZV recovery and reuse recycle Hydro cleaning system. It has a real nice filter basket in the top here that's actually really easy to get at. You just pull these two top layers off, and when the vacuum stuff comes in, you can dump all your junk out and put it right back in. Real quick, fast service. And then clip it back on like so. Coming off the side here, it does have garden hose fittings. You can't really see it, but it's take my word for it, it's right back here in the box. So if we ever wanted to remove that or change that, you can go directly to a garden hose. We have this plumbed around the unit to our 200-gallon holding tank that will be used for holding our wastewater. We can actually disconnect that as well, and if we wanted to reuse the water, put it back into our freshwater tank that we have set up, and he could reuse it if he was cleaning concrete or something like that. He's planning on just recovering, treating, and then discharging to be compliant. We have a 4,000-watt Honda generator with electric start. We have our Water Dragon hot water pressure washer, 9.5 gallons a minute, 3,000 psi. This unit, we set it up with a exhaust vent going up through the roof. It is both sealed and flashed so that if it rains, it doesn't get wet. And we took the exhaust from the engine and we wrapped it around with this flex pipe and then wrapped it with this heat tape so that if you grab it, you won't burn yourself immediately if you touch it. Burner controls right on the unit here. We have a Mossmatic 21-inch vacuum recovery deck. This has an adjustable height feature. There's actually an Allen wrench key that comes with it. And what you will do is you'll put it in these little holes here and you actually can raise and lower it. Right now you'll see it moves really easily. It's up off the ground, so he could use this just like a standard surface cleaner and not have to worry about recovery. If he wants to recover, he'll actually loosen these up, drop the deck down so it's just scraping on the ground, and that will act as his recovery. Coming around to the back of the trailer here, we have 3 18-inch electric Titan reels with hose guides. What we've done is we put little hold downs on the side here. We have one for the garden hose. We have quick connect ones for the high pressure hose, and we have this set up as a 2-gun system. So what we've done is we take our main line that's coming in and we actually split it into 2 lines. And if you look on the side here, we have 2 chemical injectors on here. And what we've done is we've sized these chemical injectors to the 4 gallon a minute range, so that allows us to have it so that one guy can be soaping and the other guy still work at high pressure and not lose all his volume, because the chemical injectors actually act as a restrictive device, just like having a number 4.5 nozzle in there all the time, so that you don't get the fluctuations if one guy goes to soap or one guy gets on the gun and one guy's off the gun. There's some slight variations, but it's way more consistent than if they weren't there. When he wants to go, if he wants to use it at 9.5 gallons a minute with a single person, what we have here is we have the 9.5 gallon a minute injector, which will allow him to get full flow out of it if he wants to run a single gun with a surface cleaner or for rinsing, anything like that. We have our freshwater tank. We have 2 55-gallon tanks in here. He has 1 tank set up with the lines for the chemical injectors, and you can see he's got little valves on there so that he can turn them on and off, so he can actually turn his chemical off if he has to change his chemical injectors for anything like that. Our second tank here is for bulk SH storage. That runs through over to our proportioner system here. So we run around the unit. We have a 7.5 gallon tank in back there for soap. Coming into our proportioner, you see we have a flush valve on here. We have it labeled water and SH, so when the valve is over on this side, he gets SH. When he's on this side, he'll have water for flushing. Inside the proportioner, we have our new labels, which gives you some recommended dosages or mix ratios for cleaning different types of things. So if I was cleaning an asphalt shingle, I might be running 2.5 to 3.5%. If I'm going back out to a house or doing some awnings or a final fence, I might be 1.5% to 0.5 percentage. So the way the proportioner works, we're going to have our valve over on the SH to start. We want to prime it. So what we'll do is, in this case, we're using a twin pump system, and we would have our gun. We would turn this on and open up our water valve all the way, squeeze the trigger, you'll actually see the water come through the line. That's what's nice about these clear lines. After you see the water come through the lines, you're going to wait about 5 or 10 seconds. Then you know the water line's primed. We'll shut that off. We'll do the same thing for the detergent. We'll watch it come through the line, wait about 5 or 10 seconds. We know that it's worked its way through. We'll shut that off. We'll open the SH valve all the way. We'll watch for the SH, wait about 5 seconds, flip it over to water, watch that come through. And then once that's fully primed, then we're ready to start doing our application. So I'm going to turn that back to SH. I'm going to open my water valve all the way. I'm going to set my detergent valve at, depending on your detergent, it's usually going to be anywhere from 3 to 6. Anything higher than that, you're going to get a lot of detergent out. Unless you're using a really low-grade detergent or something that's super thin, you're probably going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 on your detergent scale. So if I was going up on an asphalt shingle roof, I want to be, let's say, at 3.5%. And if you look at the dial on the side here, you'll see the different numbers, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 3, 4.5. That's the percentages that are the same as what's on the sticker here. So if I want to have a 3.5% mix, I'm going to turn my dial up to 3.5. I'm going to go up, I'm going to spray my roof. When I'm done spraying the roof, I want to come down and I want to wash the house. But let's say I only want to have, I'm doing vinyl, I only want to have a 1.5% mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down to 1.5%. I'm going to squeeze my trigger. I'm going to open my marker or my soap valve all the way. I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to turn it right back to where I would normally have it. In this case, let's say I have it at a 4. I'm going to continue to spray, and what's going to happen is you're going to see a big bunch of soap come out, a whole bunch of bubbles, really, really sudsy. After that point, you know everything that's coming out of the line from that point on is going to be that different mixed ratio. So we use that as a marker. That's why it says marker on here. When you're done at the end of the day, all you have to do is flip this valve over to water. You can leave your water up all the way. You can turn this up all the way, set it wherever you want, or you can leave it exactly where you're at. And then you want to run some water through and flush everything out. Once everything's flushed out, you can put it away. If you turn your valves off, you don't have to worry about that. When you're flushing it out with water, you're also going to want to turn your detergent off so you're not spraying soap the whole time. As far as the twin pump goes, if you ever have a problem where a pump would go down, real easy to change. What you do is you would actually connect, there's a jumper hose that we connect on here. It's on the other side here. We connect this on here. We're going to take this valve, which would normally be pointing at the reel, and we're going to switch it over to this, and it's going to dump out and relieve all the pressure off the system. At that point, we can disconnect our outlet, switch it over to the other pump, disconnect our inlet, same thing, switch it over to the other pump. We can turn it on, we can prime it, go through the priming, dump it right here, or go through the hose reel. And once it's primed and we got the fluid into it, we'll turn it back to the reel and we're ready to spray. So just that quick, you can be back up and running. So this is the Joseph Knight trailer unit. Paul from Power Wash Store. Have a great day.